How is it going, everyone? We hit 500 subscribers. We hit 500 subscribers because of you guys. You really enjoyed the last lore analysis video based after the Beast of the Elderwoods. And also, everyone was very quick to correct on how I said Hasin. I have a hard time sounding things out. Today's video is another lore analysis. And once again, we've managed to put everything together based after the information in Palia. The people at the Palian Discord, by the way, a lot of this information came from the Discord. I pretty much pieced it all together, put my thoughts, and we go from there. At the end of this video, we're going to be going over patch 0.169. Usually these patches deserve their own videos, and I like to cover them. However, the latest one was pretty much saying goodbye to the Magi market, a glow up at the black market, the kneeling emo, and some fancy new outfits. So we'll cover all that at the end, but today we're covering the Bahari Ripper. Piecing together the information, I have come to a conclusion on who it is. So let's go ahead and dive into it. In the world of Palia, players find themselves entangled in a captivating conspiracy revolving around a notorious serial killer known as the Bahari Ripper. You learn more about this quest if you romance Kenyatta, by the way. I recommend doing this. I recommend romancing Kenyatta, one, because, jeez, what's up, girl? Get into this quest, learn about the Bahari Ripper, and break up with her if you want. I'm not going to. I'm romancing all the women in Palia because Palia is Palia. So when you first learn about the Bahari Ripper, you're going around talking to NPCs and they're saying that there's a killer on the loose from Bahrai City. As you get more and more involved with the NPCs, specifically Kenyatta says Ani gives her a flyer about the Bahari Ripper and that they're wanted. So she becomes more involved into true crime. Like me, I absolutely love true crime. I'm obsessed. I watch true crime documentaries. I even have a true crime podcast, but one day we'll get into that. That's not for this video. So what you learn from talking with her is this figure has been sowing fear and chaos throughout the Bahrai City, leaving a perplexing trail of bodies in their wake. When the quest begins, the player is entrusted to go on these series of tasks from Kenyatta and start investigating some clues that you find in the woods. I wouldn't say woods, it's more of a hidden cave that's like above the mines. And in the Bahari mines is supposedly the alleged hideout of the Ripper. Through the confines of the cave, there are several items that raise unsettling questions. First, you find a hooded coat bearing a red stain that eerily resembles blood. Nearby is a container encasing a ring and a crest, potentially serving as a gruesome trophy collected from the Ripper's victim. A bag containing a dark powder adds to the enigma. Its purpose is shrouded in mystery. Additionally, the discovery of naturally shed choppa fur hints at a possible connection to the killer. However, the most incriminating evidence, and something that we're going to kind of dive into and break down, is a wanted poster that had a kitchen knife brutally stabbed through the middle of it. Keyword there is kitchen knife. And who is the cook? Reth. If you don't know who Reth is, he's a local cook in town, and he has suspicious ties to the cartel with Zeki. As you dive deeper into the quest and investigation, you gain valuable insight from Kenyatta. She has a pegboard where she collected all sorts of information from people in town. She even believes one of the residents could possibly be the Bahari Ripper. So you go through and you start asking certain villagers certain questions to see if they could possibly be the killer. I did notice something on the pegboard, and I decided to open up the Magi alphabet and form some words that are above Reth and above Gel. Going into this, I'm going to go and say I don't believe it's Reth. And this is why. Above Reth's name in Majiri is the word hot. It spells out H-O-T in the Majiri alphabet. And I think that is put there by the devs, because Kenyatta also refers to Reth as attractive earlier in the game. But let's shift our focus to Gel. First off, Gel is very Sweeney Todd looking. He looks like Sweeney Todd. A lot of people in the Discord say his character model is based after Sweeney Todd. But above Gel's name spells out S-U-S. Sus. And we've all played Among Us. We all know what sus means. Suspicious, or is it suspect? Since Reth and Gel, their pictures are the biggest on the pegboard, you can go and assume that they're the two biggest possible suspects. However, this adds a complexity to the situation and deepens as it's revealed that Jeth shares a close bond with Tish. whose brother happens to be Reth. There is a web that's forming, and everything is starting to connect more towards Gel than Reth, and this is why. The plot will thicken further if you consider Gel's eerier traits, characterized by a morbid fascination of death. If you befriend Gel, he talks about death frequently. He also has unsettling conversations and is no stranger to betrayal during his friendship quest, raising questions about his true nature. He has various cryptic remarks, even about drowning. He also seems to have a fascination about you. Earlier in the game, he talks about being fascinated by you and Tish. These are traits of a killer. We've all seen Criminal Minds. We've all seen these true crime documentaries, so we know how these things connect. Killers seem to become obsessed. As killers become obsessed about people, they will then either attack or find someone that looks similar to them and take them out. The coat that is found seems to be a very expensive coat, a very high fashionable coat. The ring or the crest seems like it was possibly from a victim. Now we're going to get into the dark powder in a minute, but I will say there could be two usages. The first one I want to discuss right now, it could be some sort of sleeping powder or a poison powder. We don't know. I have another theory that we're going to attach to this in a moment. And then there is the kitchen knife. As you talk with Gel, you learn that he's not really a big fan of Reth. He knows that Reth has cartel ties and he works for Zeki. He's not a fan of that. Whether the character wants to admit it or not, he is obsessed with Tish or in love with Tish. Tish and Reth's relationship are a very strong brotherly sister relationship. Reth will do literally anything for his sister. Gel could view him as a possible threat. One of the things that Gel could do is use Reth's kitchen knife as a possible weapon, framing Reth. And the chop of fur, we can go ahead and assume that since he is a tailor, he was probably collecting chop of fur or he had chop of fur on him. However, it is stated that the chop of fur is naturally shedded and wasn't removed from a creature, so maybe that's just there. A few other connections is that Gel is from Bahari City. His mother actually is in Bahari City and he frequents there often. Talking to Eshi and various other people, you know that. So to me, all this is starting to point towards Gel being the possible killer. Now there is a supernatural connection that we can make as well. This is something that is going on in the Discord that is frequently discussed, is Gel is actually a vampire. One thing I didn't state earlier is Gel is frequently seen at night walking around the lake. He is a night owl. Vampires like to come out at night. He seems to wear sunglasses like a reddish tint, maybe because the sun hurts his eyes. Various people in the Discord have stated that when he smiles, you can actually see fangs. And also another thing to note is that when he is around a mirror, the mirror seems distorted. However, I do believe that's just a graphical issue. I'm not going to read that much into that. However, a lot of people are saying that's one of the biggest giveaways that he's a vampire. Going into the items that are found. 1. Blood. Blood's found on the coat. Could he just be a killer and just slicing and dicing people in Bahari City? He could. Is it from draining people dry? That's also a possibility. The powder that is found. Could it be a way to knock out his possible victims? Or is it like a sunscreen powder that he puts on his skin so he can go out in the light? That could very well be a possibility. But I bet you're wondering, how is there vampires in Palia? Let's go ahead and tie it into the last lore analysis video that we did, the Beast of the Elderwoods. Flow could have corrupted and made vampires possible in the Palian world. Gel has nocturnal behaviors that can't be ignored. He is actually a very suspicious person. Here's something else that I want to discuss, that there could possibly be vampires in Palia. So we do know there's supernatural abilities and there's magic. So we can't rule out vampires. It's a magical game. There's an item found in the game called the Bellflower Picture Frame. In the item description, it talks about Kenyatta and Kenji's relative. It makes it seem like this happened years ago. When Kenjan Bahari fell to the Bahari Ripper, his family remembered him with paintings of his favorite flower. This is an ancestor of Kenyatta and Kenji. So we can go ahead and assume the Bahari Ripper has been here for quite some time. And on top of that, there is another killer that is discussed called the Capital Killer. I believe they're two in the same. If we're going to throw supernatural essence into it, I do believe the Bahari Ripper is Gel and Gel is a vampire. At very least, Gel has fucking killed people. That I 100% full on believe that that's the dude. But is he a vampire? That's something that we're later going to have to find out as the game develops. So that's the lore analysis on the Bahari Ripper. Let's go and get into patch 0.169 and discuss what the update brought. So at a glance, there's 4 new premium store outfits. The Maji market has come to a close. Zeki's underground black market has been revamped. By the way, it looks absolutely amazing. You can now interact with bathtubs and sinks to watch the water flow out. So interactive furniture is being released slowly but surely. The celebration cake got nerfed, like I said it would, and you can now kneel. As you can see, the new premium outfits, it brings a magical outfit called the Sylph bundle. Once again, these bundles are very expensive for me. It's not that I don't have money, these microtransaction prices for Palia, I do believe, are a bit high and should be adjusted. But yeah, go ahead and check out these new outfits. They're in the premium store. The Maji market has come to an end, and they thank everyone participating in the first event. They are aware there were several issues and will be adjusted for future attempts at the Maji market. They do apologize. They said, unfortunately, a lot of the bugs they couldn't fix in time, but however, they're very happy that people had a good time in the Maji market like I did. I really enjoyed the Choppa Chase. I thought it was a really cool minigame. The black market got a huge revamp. It's phenomenal. I think it looks amazing. Also, it seems to be more of a player hub. When I got down there were a lot of people just playing the games in the arcade, a lot of interactivity in the center area. People were talking. I think this would be great when the local chat comes in. Just that central area, it seems perfect for it. And I love the mini tavern look, the illegal speakeasy-esque style. I'm a big fan of that. So it does have that a little bit. The new emote has been added. It just looks like you're about to give your son a pep talk. And then obviously baths. You can now turn the water faucet on. You can destroy crops. That has been added. That's really cool. But the biggest thing in my mind is the recipe for hot hounds and crab gumbo have been properly added to the game. I was wondering where they were. I didn't know they weren't in the game. I just thought they were really hard to find. But they said that they're recipes that can be found in the homes of 2 certain villagers. So I'm about to start diving in and trying to find them. Celebration cakes are now only 40% less than what they were. So, you know what? Maybe you guys should have invited me to a cake party and I would have enjoyed them. However, since I was never invited to a cake party, I don't care. And am I salty? I am. I am very salty. Outside of that, everything is just quality life adjustments. So I'll be linking the patch notes in the description down below. Be sure to check that out. If you liked today's video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to try to work on a stream schedule for YouTube so I can go live with more Palia content. Also, if you haven't, be sure to join the Discord. We had a lot of people join. I am beyond thankful. We hit over 500 subscribers. It's amazing, and I'm just beyond thankful. So hopefully you guys join, and I'll see you there. It's a great way to keep updated when I post a video, when I go live, and just all the little shenanigans that goes on in the Discord. So yeah, definitely join and give it a look-see and be a part of the community. It's a good group of people. Definitely consider it. What do you think? Is Gel a serial killer? Is he a vampire? Is he neither? Do you think someone else is the Bahari Ripper? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.